delivering. I am your always smoking host. You did? Oops, great. This is our first episode of the day, so it's gonna be a little light episode. You know, I usually try whenever I can. I'm trying to get a steady routine going on, so I apologize for not having one established already, but I'm trying to get one established before, you know what I'm saying, fun season get here in this summertime, and I'm really trying to balance being a biker versus making sure I get shows up and regular everyday life and so forth and so on. But yeah, our first little episode for today is gonna be a little light work. I tried to find shit that I don't feel like people talk about the topic right. That they discussing it, but they not really digging into the details of it. And for those of you who like sports, and I apologize to the regular people who watch the show, I typically do hip hop content, but I want to squeeze some sports in to break up all that Drake and Kendrick and Kanye and all that other little mess. Sometimes you need something to give you a quick little break. And this, I look at the first episode of the day as our quick little break from all the rest of that mess. So we're going to get into this Dallas. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let me start off right there. I'm a Browns fan. And I'm going to get to them. I'm kind of thinking more along the lines of making a separate channel to put all the sports stuff there. That's why right now I'm just leaving one spot a day for sports. That's it. Unless there's some real drama going on, one spot for sports. But we're going to check into this video, see what they talking about with this Dallas Cowboys situation. They talking about it, but they not really talking about it. Share this screen with the folks. Oops. This is Speak. We're gonna listen to what they got to say. Got my ears on, I'm rolled up. I got my energy drink for the day. If you're smoking, light it up. If you're drinking, pour it up. Kind of early to be drinking, but hey, if you're drinking today, you know what? You grown. Let's get to the business.
Red.
Well, Micah Parsons responded to that, posting, quote, "This is what rejection and envy looks like. This is some clown stuff." But it didn't end there. Lawrence responded to that post, writing, "Call me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe if you spend less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left." Thank you.
5 million views.
Is that how many you got?
Everybody see it.
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't see no difference if I'm with a girl for a...
Quick shout out to King of Buds, smoking on some permanent marker. I've been smoking on it for a couple. This is the longest I smoked the same strain. Quiet as kept. This is my first smoke of the day. So you know how that first smoke of the day hit you a little differently. You know what I'm saying? But I figure I needed to shout them out because I don't typically smoke the same flavor this long. But appreciate King of Buds for having some nice, amazing flower. And I'm definitely going to be back. If not today, probably tomorrow.
11 years and I ain't married her. Ain't no way she gonna get the ring. So what's the difference?
I hate when people
I'm with
use
you
this
11 years and
relationship
I ain't getting your
analogy.
ring yet. What's the
I
difference?
mean, maybe somebody else wants.
That's right. So I need to go over here and see if I get wipe something else up.
Well,
That's all
in
I'm
this
saying.
particular
a long
scenario,
time.
That's a long time.
I don't
Common
know
law.
if your new destination is going to result in any.
And she like
closer to a
52
ring.
years old.
Here's my look. Already. Let me fill y'all in on something. And if y'all take what I say to heart, the way you watch these sports debate shows will forever be changed. what they do when they have these debate shows, right? They throw a lot of facts at you, and a lot of times it be true, genuine facts. The issue with it is that they fill you up with facts that don't have anything to do with the topic at hand. You don't. Whether or not the team Demarcus Lawrence went to is any closer to a Super Bowl is irrelevant. The point of the matter is the one thing that actually fucking matters in this whole thing is the Cowboys going to win one? What the Seahawks do don't matter at all. Why are we even talking about them? I have no clue. It's about the Cowboys. He said he left because it was never a championship was never going to come to fruition. Is that right? Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right? I know I'm using the right word. I might see if I'm saying that right. And is he lying? There's plenty of Cowboy fans out there. Is he lying? With Jerry Jones as the owner. Who sees the Cowboys winning the championship this year? Or next season? Or the season after that? Hell, I propose the trade to where they trade off Mika. Because I feel some type of way about Mika. And I'll get to that. But you trade him off. You're going to get you a nice little haul for him. The same as if the Browns would have traded Myles Garrett. They would have got a nice little haul for him. Top end defensive talent just don't be on the market that often, especially with Mika, because he's younger. If you had to take them two and put them side by side, Mika's younger. Myles is more proven, and he's like a physical specimen. Pause. Because a lot of GMs, a lot of teams are height, weight, speed guys. Go look and see how fast Myles Garrett get off the line. Go look at his production. Go look how big he is. Watch his videos on his bench presses and deadlifts. He's a physical specimen. When you get a player who is so far beyond the tip top, we're not even talking about the standard, the tip top, you pay a premium for that. Just like you pay a premium for a player who's just now coming, he's just now ready to come off his rookie deal. Ooh. So my thought process was, if the Cowboys got rid of Mika, right? Got your haul, you traded up with the Browns, which is what the Browns, I think, ultimately want. They want out that spot. You trade up. Because I firmly think Tennessee is going to grab a quarterback. They're going with the boy from Miami. You think that Dallas fans might feel some type of way? I think because I hear some Dallas fans that ain't too cool on Mika in that show anyway, that he got going on during the season. So you get to replace him with what essentially is a clone carbon copy. And you got all these draft picks. Think about it. If you walked out this draft with Mika, right? You take that second pick, depending on where it's at, and more likely it's going to be a playoff team that picks up Mika, so it's going to be lower. You take that pick and you partner it with something else, move up enough, you might get your hands on an Ashton Shinty in Dallas. You tell me as a Cowboy fan, if in the draft you able to run off, you knew for sure you got You got Carter, so you just replace Mika, and you at least walk wild with Ashton Genty or Travion Martin. Travion Henderson. Excuse me. Or the boy from I can't think of his name. Was it Hampton from North Carolina? If you walked away with the number 1 or number 2 back and the number 1 defensive player, y'all wouldn't be thrilled. That wouldn't put some positive press on the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. I'm just saying. I'll be knowing what I'll be knowing.
Oh, they never been married? Why nobody probably even want to marry? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Cowboys, when last time they got a ring?
So in the end,
Just saying though. I'm just saying though.
help him.
Man, come on.
Help me help him right now,
Why
Joy.
she 52 years
Yeah,
old?
why she gotta be 52?
Joy,
No, she a little older now.
Joy, will you power
She a
through
little
for
older.
me? Please.
She just a little older
For the
now.
life
You know?
of us. For the
Yeah.
life of us.
Anyway,
She out the game. We
She
get
out
it,
the
Paul.
Cowboys is out the game.
She out the game.
let me just
I don't like relationship
whose
analogies.
side are you
but-
on here, though? This is an interesting beef. Some other
Let me know when
Cowboys
the
have
50
weighed in.
Let me know when them 52-year-olds hit you up and DM me going off on you. But go ahead, Joy. What was you saying?
And we happy with you, Paul. Whose side are you on? Micah or Demarcus Lawrence?
I'm not really on either side. I understand how I operate. You do too, in terms of picking sides.
Mhm.
I really want to pick a side in this one because I think both. Number one, Demarcus Lawrence, you should have said this to him, and I don't know if you did or didn't in the locker room. Should have said this to him in the locker room a long time ago. You was one of the OGs, the vets. You should have grabbed him aside and said whatever you had to say to him and cut through everything, right? Cut to the chase.
I have to give him that. I have to give him that. If there was ever a time, especially with him still on this rookie deal, maybe Lawrence should have went to Mika like his second or third year in the league. Like, look, this is the way we conduct ourselves. This is the way we go about things. My pushback would be Jerry Jones has built this thing to be a clown show. Let me tell you why. Because I know Cowboy fans get defensive. Y'all get defensive quick. How do you build an arena to where your players come out through the fans? Like some soccer shit. It's like some soccer shit. You know, they walk out onto the pitch coming through the fans, and both teams walk out together and all that. Like, how am I as a player supposed to lock in if I got to do the song and dance before I even get to the field? Let's talk straight. I have to play a part in this dog and pony before I even get to the field. And I'm low-key surprised that Mika shot back. I mean, I get it. You don't get to shoot at my team. That's a part of the reason why so many people love David Njoku. Like, you can't shoot at the Browns. Njoku pulling up. Like, what we talking about? If it's a problem, let's talk on it. It sounds like you got something on your heart. So that part I get, but like, at least with David Njoku, it was like the team showed support in him when the fans was even like, yo, you giving this dude a contract. He ain't really did much yet. But they believed in him, and he paying that belief back by, look, watch your lips about this Brown thing. Myles Garrett got out there. He want out and all this, that, and the third. He low-key threw his team under the bus. I can't win here. So what you try to say about the people on the team? David didn't even let that get in the way. Joku was like, man, I'm about to talk to Myles. I got to pull up on it. He talking crazy. Let me see what it is. But there was always that team belief in him, so he was showing it back. Whereas, man, Jerry Jones dragging out your contract, dog. You could have been paid. You could have been paid. Now, is it? While we talking about getting paid, is his number above Myles Garrett number, or slightly under, or is it above whatever the number is for the contract that Chase just got? Bengals found some money in the couch cushion and decided to pay the receivers. Just a quick question. I'm wondering what them numbers gonna look like. I think Jerry gonna pay it. Well, I would trade this dude, but that podcast shit, I just can't get with. We can't be doing. I'm not a fan of players doing podcasts and shows and whatnot during the season. I need you to lock the fuck in. What we doing? You doing the show? I don't care. It's only an hour out of a day in the week. I don't care. And I get they not doing what I gotta do. When I get done with this episode, I gotta upload it into a program, do some editing, upload it to a different program to add my effects, and then put it into YouTube, make a thumbnail. Like, it's a lot you have to do to get these videos up. I'm sure he's not doing that. I'm sure he's the talent. He gets to be the talent. Sit down, say what you're gonna say, go about shit how you gonna go about it. It's done. Shoot the deuces. I see y'all next episode. And whoever he put it in the hands of, they take care of the business. But yeah, that I can't get jiggy with that shit. I can't get jiggy with that. Maybe if it was like a team ran type of thing, like the Browns have a show, a radio show, and it's actually not just a radio show, but it's like streamed on YouTube too. If it was something like that, team ran, it's at the facility or at the corporate office or whatever, maybe I'm a little bit better with it. Because at least you already at the facility, so it makes it at least more plausible in my mind. Okay, right after he do this show, he about to go lock in and go study the playbook or hit the gym, practice, like something. Like you figure he about to jump into some team shit when he get done with it. But like when they out doing their own thing, it's like their own thing. You don't know where they shoot it at. You know, like I don't know how long it's gonna take you to wrap that up or get back to the facility. Like, as a fan, you would like to think your guy is more often than not locked in. And being at the facility shooting the show or on campus shooting the show just seems like it lends itself better to that.
Handle that business. But also, Micah, on the flip side of things, he's right for protecting his team and his teammates because he's still trying to negotiate that couple $100 million deal that he's getting ready to get. So I understand where both of them coming from. And Demarcus Lawrence does have a point.
Quick question on that, though, also. Let's say he doesn't get the deal he's looking for. Is he going to feel the same way he's feeling right now? You still riding hard for the Dallas Cowboys. If they, one, don't extend you this offseason, or two, trade you. These are real things. These are possibilities. Will he feel as gung-ho about the Dallas Cowboys if he's forced to wait another year, or he's staring down the barrel eventually of a franchise tag? Food for thought.
He feels like that he's been there for his tenure with the Cowboys and they hadn't gotten very far outside the second round of the playoffs. So I get all of that. I understand that. And, you know, I just wish he would have just confronted Micah while he was still on the team, like Malik Hooker did. Like Malik Hooker was on my podcast a year or so ago.
Yeah, we actually have this.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And came up and said what he needed to say. See, now,
You see how they keep trying to feed. This is what big media. This is what big media does. They fatten you up on facts that do not matter. It don't matter if he said this after he was out the door. He said it. Cat out the bag. Period. Everybody want to focus on all this ancillary stuff. Let's get to the business. The man said it. And he ain't walked it back, so he's standing on it. So that's how he feel. And it's a good chance that he's not the only one, because a lot of us have said these same things. All it takes is to hear from one person, because he not the only one. There's other people in that Dallas Cowboy locker room right now that feel the exact same way. They just might not be big enough to say it, and they trying to keep their job, or feel like, you know what, he the dude, he might have enough juice to, if I get, it look like I'm sideways with him, or you're not aligned with the team because you don't get along with the star player, and then you cut or you gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's reasons why cats don't say stuff. He not trying to put it out there like that. It's a reason cats don't say stuff. If you didn't have to worry about people being in their feelings and have you put off teams, wouldn't be as big an issue. Think about this, and I just went through it. This is how I know this is some real ish. The Cleveland Browns, right? My beloved Cleveland Browns, I love them, chose not to bring back Joe Flacco because they didn't want to upset the starting quarterback, Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun, whatever the fuck. I don't even know the boy's name no more. Deshaun Watson. I said Deshaun Jackson. See, I've been smoking. That's the real reason Flacco ain't back. So they literally, this team, my team, literally chose to bring in a worser off quarterback backup option to appease, one of the many things they did to appease Deshaun Watson, which is whatever, you know, starting quarterbacks of a certain ilk gets that type of respect. And I get his game didn't translate to warranting that contract or that level of pull. But you got to keep in mind, at the time, they were giving him the juice that typically somebody that kind of money garners. Until they figured it out that, yeah, that boy cooked. Because he cooked. We seen the last of him. But yeah, it's reasons why cats don't say stuff. Everybody trying to lose their job. Think about stuff you seen at work that you know ain't right. You ain't say nothing because why? You got bills. If you a man, you probably got a woman at home. You showed up, ain't trying to go home. But like, baby, this happened and we got to figure some shit out, make it work, or whatever the case may be. And ain't nobody about to sacrifice themselves for the foolishness of somebody else. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to speak on that because it hurts their argument.
I take my hat off to Malik Hooker for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tried to get him to walk it back a couple times, but he was like, no, I'm good. This is how I feel. And if Demarcus Lawrence would have done the same thing, then I feel a certain way.
I'm going to Key podcast.
He said it. It don't matter when don't matter when he said it. Once it comes out, look, maybe it's because we around so many phony, fake, flip-floppy ass men in this world You can't tell when somebody says something and mean it, because people don't do it no more. If more people say stuff and mean it, we wouldn't need all this extra levels of confirmation. You tell me something once, okay, I know where you stand. I'm not about to, you sure? Are you want to think? No, you said it, motherfucker. That's what you meant.
Doesn't do that.
But I didn't tell him to. I just asked him a question. I'm not one of these dudes chasing clicks for podcasts. So I'm willing to help the kid when I realize that you may have stepped in it. I'm trying to get him to walk it back. But he felt that way about Mike and his podcast and not producing. And Demarcus Lawrence felt the same way. But Paul, just tell him then. Just say it in the locker room.
I gotta say it. Joy, if you've been engaged for 11 years and he ain't walked you down that aisle yet, you gotta go. I'm feeling him on that.
Maybe we're just life partners.
Nah. Why we get engaged? They was engaged for 11 years.
It's easier to explain to people,
You know
like,
what? He needs some. He did, man. Lawrence needed some fresh air, and I'm feeling him on that because it was a point in time when.
Right, but the beef is that he took what I'm sure his teammates feel like was an unnecessary or personal job. He spent over a decade there, and it's not like he went to a team that we are expecting to be a contender this year.
Her point dead to me. Look, bottom line, because all she about to do is play around with he went to the Seahawks. They not going nowhere. That don't matter. Seahawks can go 0-17. You know what else gonna happen? Well, what's not gonna happen? The Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. That much we all know. So he was right. And maybe Mika should think about the fact that there's some people with a sour taste in their mouth about him. Pause. Right now it's in one locker room. Let's mess around and get traded. You in a new locker room. And you trying to go in there and be the dude, but you're the same type of time and energy. I'm telling you, now you in two locker rooms that got that same vibe about you. And if professional sports is like any other sport team, regardless of the level, word travel quick. And yeah, I feel like it'll get around the league real quick. Hey, it's hell on earth playing with me. Oh, you get to play with a he great, man. You get to play. It ain't worth it, dog. It ain't worth it. Hey, your name is your name, and right now he playing with his name in the wrong way, bro. This internet thing will always be here. You only got so many years to play. I'm saying, why not hone in on that instead of trying to find another revenue stream? My thoughts. But this is Cushy Calligraphy. I'm Oops Great. Keep your head up, Dallas fans, because I think y'all about to be in for a little ride.